Hello everyone, I hope you all are good and doing well. Let's get start the video without waste of time. If you like our efforts, please don't forget to like and subscribe. In this video we're going to recap the 90s beloved show Edd and Eddy. Here we go. Edd and Eddy is a popular animated television series that first premiered on January 4, 1999, on Cartoon Network. The show was created by Canadian animator Danny Antonucci and produced by a studio called Aka Cartoon. The concept for the show was developed by Antonucci, who drew inspiration from his own childhood experiences growing up in Canada. The show revolves around the adventures of three adolescent boys named Edd and Eddy, who live in a suburban cul-de-sac. The show's premise is centered around the boys' various get-rich-quick schemes, which often lead them into trouble. The trio spends most of their time devising elaborate plans to swindle their peers out of their money, with each character bringing their unique personality to the table. The show's quirky humor and distinctive animation style, which features exaggerated body proportions and facial expressions, quickly won over audiences, and it became one of Cartoon Network's most popular shows. Edd and Eddy ran for 6 seasons, with the final episode airing on November 8, 2009. While Edd and Eddy eventually became a beloved and successful show, it did face some struggles in the beginning. The show was initially met with mixed reviews and low ratings, leading to some uncertainty about its future. One of the challenges that the show faced was its unusual animation style, which was different from many of the other shows on Cartoon Network at the time. The show's characters had exaggerated body proportions and movements, which some viewers found off-putting. Additionally, the show's humor was unique and sometimes bizarre, which may have been difficult for some audiences to connect with at first. The show's creators also had to navigate the challenge of working with a limited budget, which sometimes resulted in episodes that were shorter or less complex than they had originally intended. Despite these challenges, the creators of Edd and Eddy remained committed to their vision for the show. They continued to produce episodes and refine their approach, gradually building a following among viewers who appreciated the show's quirky humor and distinctive style. Over time, Edd and Eddy grew in popularity and became one of Cartoon Network's most successful shows. Its unique animation style and humor have since become hallmarks of the show, and it has continued to attract new fans over the years. Edd and Eddy are the main characters in the animated television series Edd and Eddy. Here is a brief overview of each character. Edd is one of the 3 main characters in the animated television series Edd and Eddy. He is the tallest and strongest of the trio, and is often portrayed as naive and easily distracted. Edd has a love for comic books and monster movies, and often incorporates their themes into his speech and behavior. He is also known for his distinctive laugh, which is loud and infectious. Edd is generally good-natured and loyal to his friends, but can sometimes be unpredictable and impulsive. Despite his flaws, he is an important member of the group, and often uses his strength and durability to help them overcome obstacles. Edd, also known as Double D, is one of the 3 main characters in the animated television series Edd and Eddy. He is the smartest and most organized member of the trio, and is often portrayed as the voice of reason in their various adventures and schemes. Double D is highly intelligent and detail-oriented, with a love of science and technology. He is also known for his distinctive sock hat, which he wears at all times. Double D is generally kind-hearted and considerate, and is often the one who tries to keep the group's more impulsive tendencies in check. Despite his intelligence and organizational skills, Double D can sometimes be a bit of a worrywart and can become anxious or stressed in high-pressure situations. However, he is a valuable member of the group and is always there to help his friends when they need him. Eddy is one of the 3 main characters in the animated television series Edd and Eddy. He is the self-proclaimed leader of the group and is often the driving force behind their various schemes and adventures. Eddy is highly ambitious and always looking for a way to make a quick buck. He is often portrayed as loud, brash, and somewhat selfish, with a tendency to manipulate his friends in order to get what he wants. Despite his flaws, Eddy is fiercely loyal to his friends and has a soft spot for his little sister, Sarah. He is also highly competitive and sometimes has a bit of a temper, especially when things don't go his way. Despite his sometimes questionable behavior, Eddy is an important member of the group and often uses his quick thinking and persuasive abilities to help them overcome obstacles. In addition to the main characters Edd and Eddy, there are many other characters in the animated television series. Here are some of the notable characters. Kevin, a teenage boy who is often antagonistic towards the Edds. He is a talented athlete and often bullies the trio. Rolf, a foreign exchange student who has a unique and quirky personality. He comes from a family with traditional customs and is often the source of cultural clashes with the other characters. Nas, a friendly and popular teenage girl who is often the object of the Edds' affections. Johnny 2x4, a boy who is rarely seen without his imaginary friend, a wooden board named Plank. Sarah, Eddie's younger sister who is bossy and often manipulates Eddie to do what she wants. Jimmy, a boy who is often portrayed as sensitive and feminine. He has a love for fashion and is friends with Sarah. The Canker sisters, a trio of sisters who are often portrayed as antagonists to the Edds. They have a reputation for being tough and flirtatious. These are just a few of the many characters who appear throughout the series, each with their own unique personalities and quirks. The backstory of how Edd and Eddy met is not explicitly shown in the animated series Edd and Eddy. However, there are a few hints throughout the show that suggest they have known each other for a while. In the first episode, The Untouchables, the trio is already established as friends and scheming together to make money. Additionally, in various episodes, they refer to events or experiences they have had together in the past. It is likely that they have been friends for a while and live in the same suburban cul-de-sac, which serves as the setting for the show. Despite not having a specific origin story, the friendship between Edd and Eddy is a central aspect of the show and is a key factor in the trio's many adventures and schemes throughout the series. Edd and Eddy explores a number of themes throughout its run, including friendship, childhood, money and consumerism, nostalgia, coming of age. Friendship is a central theme in Edd and Eddy and is the foundation of the relationship between the three main characters. Despite their differences, Edd and Eddy are the best of friends, and their loyalty to each other is unwavering. Throughout the series, the trio demonstrates the many aspects of friendship, including trust. The three friends trust each other implicitly and are willing to take risks and try new things because they know they can rely on each other. Support. Whenever one of the friends needs help or encouragement, the others are always there to provide it. Whether it's helping with a scheme or simply lending a sympathetic ear, Edd and Eddy are always looking out for each other. Understanding. Despite their different personalities and interests, the three friends have a deep understanding of each other and are able to anticipate each other's needs and desires. Loyalty. Perhaps the most important aspect of their friendship, the three friends are fiercely loyal to each other and will always stick together through thick and thin. The friendship between Edd and Eddy is a key factor in the show's enduring popularity and is a relatable and heartwarming aspect of the series that resonates with viewers of all ages. Edd and Eddy captures the spirit of childhood in a number of ways. The show is set in a suburban cul-de-sac where the three main characters, Edd and Eddy, spend their days playing, exploring, and getting into mischief. Some of the ways in which the show depicts childhood include playing outside. The characters are often shown playing outside, engaging in various activities such as building forts, playing sports, and exploring the neighborhood. Dealing with bullies. The show depicts the challenges of dealing with bullies, as the trio often finds themselves targeted by Kevin, a larger and more aggressive boy who picks on them. Building relationships with peers. The show explores the dynamics of childhood friendships, as the characters interact with a variety of other kids in the neighborhood and navigate the ups and downs of these relationships. Imagination and creativity. The characters often use their imaginations to create elaborate scenarios and games, which is a hallmark of childhood play. Innocence and naivety. The characters often approach situations with a sense of innocence and naivety, which is a common trait of childhood. Overall, Edd and Eddy captures the essence of childhood in a fun and relatable way, highlighting the joys and challenges of growing up and exploring the world around you. Money and consumerism are important themes in Edd and Eddy. The show often depicts the characters scheming to make money, whether it's by selling homemade items or by tricking other kids in the neighborhood into giving them their money. Some ways in which the show explores money and consumerism include entrepreneurship. The characters often come up with creative ways to make money, such as selling snow cones, lemonade, and homemade toys. They are entrepreneurial and resourceful, and are always looking for ways to turn a profit. Materialism. The show also explores the characters' desire for material goods, such as toys, candy, and other items. The trio is often seen coveting these items and trying to obtain them through various means. Consumer culture. The show also satirizes consumer culture, depicting a world in which everything is commodified and marketed to children. The characters are bombarded with advertisements for various products, and often fall prey to these marketing tactics. Greed. The pursuit of money and material goods can also lead to greed and selfishness, which is a theme that is explored in the show. The trio is often so focused on making money that they disregard the feelings and well-being of others. Overall, Edd and Eddy offers a satirical commentary on money and consumerism, highlighting the ways in which these forces can shape our desires and actions. Edd and Eddy is a show that evokes a strong sense of nostalgia for many viewers. The The show premiered in 1999 and ran for 10 years, during a time when many of its viewers were children or teenagers. As a result, the show became an important part of their childhood memories and a source of nostalgia in their adult years. Some of the ways in which the show generates nostalgia include the setting. The show is set in a suburban cul-de-sac, which many viewers can relate to as a setting from their own childhoods. The characters, the trio of Edd, and Eddy, are beloved by many viewers, who may feel a sense of nostalgia for these characters and their antics. The animation style. The show's unique animation style, which was inspired by 1950s and 1960s cartoons, is also a source of nostalgia for many viewers. The humor. The show's humor, which is often absurd and slapstick in nature, is also a source of nostalgia for many viewers who remember laughing at the show as kids. Overall, Edd and Eddy is a show that has a special place in the hearts of many viewers, who feel a strong sense of nostalgia for the show's characters, setting, animation style, and humor. Edd and Eddy deals with themes of coming of age in a number of ways, as the characters navigate the challenges of growing up and transitioning from childhood to adolescence. Some ways in which the show explores coming of age include developing social skills. The show explores the characters' social development as they learn to interact with their peers and form friendships. They often make mistakes and experience conflicts, but ultimately learn important lessons about communication and social skills. Facing peer pressure. The characters are often subjected to peer pressure as they try to fit in with their peers and meet their expectations. They may feel pressure to conform to certain standards or engage in activities they are not comfortable with. Dealing with complex emotions. As the characters grow and mature, they must navigate complex emotions such as jealousy, anxiety, and insecurity. The show explores the ways in which these emotions can impact relationships and personal growth. Exploring identity. The characters are also depicted as exploring their own identities and interests, as they try out different hobbies and activities in order to discover their passions and personalities. Overall, Edd and Eddy offers a nuanced and relatable exploration of coming of age, highlighting the challenges and opportunities that arise as children transition into adolescence. Edd and Eddy ran for 6 seasons, from 1999 to 2008. The show produced a total of 70 episodes, including a feature-length movie that aired in 2009. Each season consisted of roughly 13 episodes, with some slight variation between seasons. The show was very popular during its run, and has continued to be a beloved classic among fans of animated television. Edd and Eddy Season 1 was the start of an animated television series that captured the hearts of millions of viewers around the world. The show's first season introduced us to the colorful world of the suburban cul-de-sac, where the 3 titular characters, Edd and Eddy, embarked on a variety of schemes and adventures in their quest for jawbreakers. The first season consisted of 13 episodes, each roughly 10 minutes long. In this season, we are introduced to the main characters and their personalities. Edd is the dim-witted and lovable goofball of the trio, with a penchant for surreal and slapstick humor. Edd, also known as Double D, is the brains of the group, with a love of science and a somewhat neurotic personality. Eddy is the charismatic and conniving leader of the group, with a love of money and a desire for social status. The first episode, The Edtouchables, introduces the characters and their world, as the Edds try to get a jawbreaker from the local candy store. Along the way, they encounter various obstacles, including the neighborhood kids who bully them and the Cankers, a group of 3 sisters who have a crush on the Edds. The episode establishes the show's humor and style, as well as its central plot device of the Edds' quest for jawbreakers. In Nag to Edd, the Edds attempt to escape the nagging of their respective siblings by building a secret clubhouse in the woods. The episode explores the relationships between the Edds and their families, as well as their desire for independence and freedom. In Pop Goes the Edds attempt to create a successful scam by selling balloons. The episode explores the theme of consumerism and the Edds' desire for money and material goods. The Edds Are Coming sees the Edds attempt to create a spaceship to escape the cul-de-sac and explore the galaxy. The episode explores the theme of imagination and the Edds' desire for adventure and excitement. Throughout the season, the Edds encounter various obstacles and challenges, including their own rivalries and disagreements. They also develop friendships with some of the neighborhood kids, such as Johnny 2x4 and Plank, and face the animosity of others, such as Kevin and the Cankers. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 1 established the show's unique brand of humor and storytelling, as well as its themes of friendship, consumerism, and imagination. The characters were instantly likable and relatable, and the show quickly became a hit with both kids and adults alike. The season set the stage for the many adventures to come, as the Edds continued their quest for jawbreakers and the audience continued to follow them on their journey through childhood. Season 2 picks up where the first season left off, with the Edds continuing their quest for jawbreakers and getting into all sorts of misadventures in the process. The season consists of 13 episodes, each roughly 10 minutes long, and explores new themes and challenges for the characters. The first episode, Know-It-All Ed, sees Ed attempting to win the science fair with a complex and impressive project. However, things quickly spiral out of control, and the Eds find themselves caught up in a series of wacky experiments and mishaps. The episode explores the theme of science and intelligence, as well as the characters' desire for recognition and praise. In Dear Ed, Ed becomes enamored with a pen pal he has never met, leading the Eds on a wild goose chase to find her. The episode explores the theme of love and relationships, as well as the characters' naivety and innocence. The Ed Zone sees the Eds attempting to create their own amusement park, with disastrous results. The episode explores the theme of imagination and creativity, as well as the characters' desire for fun and excitement. In Fool on the Ed, the Eds attempt to pull off an elaborate April Fool's prank on the neighborhood kids, but things don't go quite as planned. The episode explores the theme of humor and mischief, as well as the characters' desire for control and manipulation. Throughout the season, the Eds face a variety of challenges, including their own personal conflicts and rivalries. They also continue to develop relationships with some of the neighborhood kids, such as Rolf and Sarah, and encounter new obstacles and enemies, such as the school principal and a group of urban teenagers. One of the standout episodes of the season is Edd and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle, a Christmas special that sees the Eds attempting to create their own holiday traditions. The episode explores the theme of tradition and family, as well as the characters' desire for belonging and community. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 2 builds on the foundation established in the first season, continuing to explore the themes of friendship, consumerism, and imagination. The characters become more complex and nuanced, and the audience is drawn deeper into their world and their struggles. The humor is still slapstick and absurd, but there are also moments of genuine heart and emotion as the characters learn valuable lessons about themselves and each other. The season sets the stage for the many adventures to come as the Eds continue to navigate the ups and downs of childhood and adolescence. Season 3 is another 13-episode installment in the popular animated series. This season sees the Eds continuing their quest for jawbreakers while facing new challenges and adventures in their suburban neighborhood. The season opens with Wish You Were Ed, in which the Eds attempt to create a backyard beach paradise to escape the summer heat. The episode explores themes of creativity and imagination, as well as the characters' desire for escape and freedom. In Mama's Little Ed, the Eds attempt to help Ed impress his mother by faking an alien invasion. The episode explores themes of family and identity, as well as the characters' loyalty and dedication to each other. Other notable episodes in the season include Rock-a-Bye Ed, in which the Eds attempt to babysit a neighbor's infant sibling, Dueling Eds, in which the Eds engage in a series of increasingly absurd challenges, and Dim-Lit Ed, in which the Eds explore a spooky abandoned house. One of the standout episodes of the season is The Luck of the Ed, in which Eddy becomes convinced that he has bad luck and attempts to change his fortune by emulating a lucky object. The episode explores themes of superstition and belief, as well as the characters' insecurities and vulnerabilities. Throughout the season, the Eds continue to encounter obstacles and challenges in their pursuit of jawbreakers, as well as in their relationships with each other and the other neighborhood kids. They also continue to develop as characters, with deeper insights into their personalities and motivations. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 3 is another strong installment in the series, building on the humor, heart, and creativity that made the first 2 seasons so popular. The characters remain endearing and relatable, and the stories are engaging and entertaining for both children and adults. The season sets the stage for further adventures and challenges for the Eds as they continue to navigate the joys and struggles of childhood and growing up. Season 3 is another 13-episode installment in the popular animated series. This season sees the Eds continuing their quest for jawbreakers while facing new challenges and adventures in their suburban neighborhood. The season opens with Wish You Were Ed, in which the Eds attempt to create a backyard beach paradise to escape the summer heat. The episode explores themes of creativity and imagination, as well as the characters' desire for escape and freedom. In Mama's Little Ed, the Eds attempt to help Ed impress his mother by faking an alien invasion. The episode explores themes of family and identity, as well as the characters' loyalty and dedication to each other. Other notable episodes in the season include Rock-a-Bye Ed, in which the Eds attempt to babysit a neighbor's infant sibling, Dueling Eds, in which the Eds engage in a series of increasingly absurd challenges, and Dim-Lit Ed, in which the Eds explore a spooky abandoned house. One of the standout episodes of the season is The Luck of the Ed, in which Eddy becomes convinced that he has bad luck and attempts to change his fortune by emulating a lucky object. The episode explores themes of superstition and belief, as well as the characters' insecurities and vulnerabilities. Throughout the season, the Edds continue to encounter obstacles and challenges in their pursuit of jawbreakers, as well as in their relationships with each other and the other neighborhood kids. They also continue to develop as characters, with deeper insights into their personalities and motivations. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 3 is another strong installment in the series, building on the humor, heart, and creativity that made the first 2 seasons so popular. The characters remain endearing and relatable, and the stories are engaging and entertaining for both children and adults. The season sets the stage for further adventures and challenges for the Edds as they continue to navigate the joys and struggles of childhood and growing up. Edd and Eddy Season 4 is a 13-episode installment in the popular animated series. The season sees the Edds encountering new challenges and adventures in their suburban neighborhood, while also continuing to pursue their obsession with jawbreakers. The season opens with an Edd in the bush, in which the Edds attempt to survive a camping trip in the nearby woods. The episode explores themes of survival and teamwork, as well as the characters' determination and resilience. In One Size Fits Edd, the Edds attempt to create a one-size-fits-all suit to help Edd fit in with the other kid. The episode explores themes of identity and self-esteem, as well as the characters' desire to belong and be accepted. Other notable episodes in the season include Robin Edd, in which the Edds attempt to create a superhero persona, Don't Rain on My Edd, in which the Edds attempt to enjoy a day at the park despite the rain, and Mission Edd Possible, in which the Edds attempt to retrieve a prized toy from the home of a neighbor. One of the standout episodes of the season is Stuck in Edd, in which the Edds become trapped in Eddie's brother's room and are forced to confront their fears and insecurities. The episode explores themes of trust and brotherhood, as well as the characters' inner demons and struggles. Throughout the season, the Edds continue to encounter obstacles and challenges in their pursuit of jawbreakers, as well as in their relationships with each other and the other neighborhood kids. They also continue to develop as characters, with deeper insights into their personalities and motivations. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 4 is another entertaining installment in the series, with plenty of humor, heart, and creativity. The characters remain endearing and relatable, and the stories are engaging and entertaining for both children and adults. The season further cements the show's reputation as a beloved classic of animated television, and sets the stage for further adventures and challenges for the Edds in future seasons. Edd and Eddy Season 5 is a 13-episode installment that continues the adventures of the Edds and their friends in their suburban neighborhood. The season sees the characters confronting new challenges, making new friends, and learning important lessons about life and friendship. The season kicks off with Mission Edd Possible, in which the Edds attempt to retrieve a prized toy from the home of a neighbor. The episode explores themes of determination and perseverance, as well as the characters' desire to succeed despite the odds. In Every Which Way But Edd, the Edds become stranded in the desert and must use their wits and resourcefulness to survive. The episode explores themes of survival and teamwork, as well as the characters' ability to adapt to challenging situations. Other notable episodes in the season include Out with the Old, In with the Edd, in which the Edds attempt to sell their old toys to raise money. Who's Minding the Edd, in which the Edds are left in charge of a baby, and Look Before You Edd, in which the Edds try to avoid getting caught by the neighborhood watchdog. One of the standout episodes of the season is May I Have This Edd, in which the Edds attend a school dance and learn important lessons about love, friendship, and self-expression. The episode explores themes of acceptance and self-esteem, as well as the characters' desires to fit in and be appreciated for who they are. Throughout the season, the Edds continue to encounter obstacles and challenges in their pursuit of jawbreakers, as well as in their relationships with each other and the other neighborhood kids. They also continue to grow and develop as characters, with deeper insights into their personalities and motivations. Overall, Edd and Eddy Season 5 is another enjoyable installment in the series, with plenty of humor, heart, and creativity. The characters remain endearing and relatable, and the stories are engaging and entertaining for both children and adults. The season further cements the show's reputation as a classic of animated television, and sets the stage for further adventures and challenges for the Edds in future seasons. I apologize, but there is no Season 6 of Edd and Eddy. The show's creator, Danny Antonucci, had initially planned a 6th season but ultimately decided to end the series with the feature-length film Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show, which aired in November 2009. The film, which is 87 minutes long, serves as the series' finale and ties up loose ends in the show's overarching storyline. The plot follows the Edds as they attempt to evade the wrath of the other kids in the cul-de-sac after a prank gone wrong. They embark on a journey to find Eddie's long-lost brother in hopes of finding a way out of their predicament. Throughout the film, the Edds face numerous challenges and obstacles, including a treacherous swamp, a treacherous gang of bikers, and the revelation of Eddie's brother's true intentions. The film is notable for its emotional depth, exploring the themes of friendship, trust, and redemption. One of the key plot points in the film is the revelation of Eddy's troubled relationship with his brother. The film delves into Eddy's past, revealing the emotional trauma that led to his obsessive desire for money and popularity. Through his interactions with his brother, Eddy learns to confront his demons and come to terms with his past. Another notable aspect of the film is the way in which it ties up the loose ends in the show's ongoing storyline. The film provides closure for several of the show's recurring plot points, including the Ed's relationship with the other kids in the cul-de-sac, as well as the mysterious origins of Eddy's brother. Overall, Edd and Eddy's big picture show serves as a fitting conclusion to the series. The film combines the show's trademark humor and irreverence with a heartfelt exploration of the characters' emotions and motivations. The film's emotional depth and satisfying conclusion have cemented its place as a beloved classic of animated television. Edd and Eddy is a show that explores the lives of a group of kids growing up in a suburban cul-de-sac. While the show is known for its humor and irreverence, it also contains several underlying messages and morals. One of the key themes of the show is the importance of friendship. Throughout the series, the Eds are often at odds with the other kids in the cul-de-sac, but they always stick together and support each other through thick and thin. The show emphasizes the value of loyalty and the idea that true friends will always have each other's backs. Another important theme of the show is the idea that money and material possessions cannot buy happiness. The Eds are obsessed with money and constantly scheming to make a quick buck, but their schemes always backfire and leave them worse off than before. The show teaches viewers that true happiness comes from meaningful relationships and experiences, not material possessions. Edd and Eddy also explores the theme of growing up and maturing. The characters in the show are all navigating the challenges of adolescence and learning valuable life lessons along the way. The show emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's actions and learning from mistakes in order to grow and mature as a person. Overall, the moral of Edd and Eddy is that friendship, loyalty, and meaningful experiences are the keys to happiness and fulfillment in life. The show encourages viewers to value these things above material possessions and to always strive to grow and mature as individuals. For many 90 Seconds kids, Edd and Eddy holds a special place in their hearts as a beloved and iconic cartoon of their childhood. The show's unique style of animation, quirky characters, and offbeat humor made it stand out from other cartoons of its time and continue to be remembered fondly by those who grew up watching it. Many 90 Seconds kids remember gathering with their friends after school to watch the latest episode of Edd and Eddy and laughing at the Ed's ridiculous schemes and misadventures. The show's colorful cast of characters, including the lovable but dim-witted Edd, the intelligent and analytical Edd, and the scheming and manipulative Eddy, each brought their own unique personality and humor to the show. The show's themes of friendship, growing up, and the importance of experiences over material possessions resonated with many 90 Seconds kids, who were themselves navigating the challenges of adolescence and coming of age. The show's moral lessons were often subtle, but they were impactful and left a lasting impression on viewers. Even beyond the show's original run, Edd and Eddy has remained popular among 90 Seconds kids through reruns and online streaming platforms. The show's enduring popularity speaks to its lasting impact on the cultural consciousness of a generation and its status as a classic cartoon of the 90 Seconds.